Hey, good evening, everybody. We're here for a full council, 16th of July. We will have a public question time for 20 minutes. 2 questions per people, per person, please. And we'll try and get some answers for you. We'll have all electronic devices put on the silent, please, and we shall progress. We've got any questions from the public gallery? Any questions?
Yeah. I'm Angela Milburn from Beatrice Avenue Allotments. I know tonight we're going to have a discussion or there's a question about nuisance noise from the cockerels. We do know that it's from the Wensleydale site. And if there's going to be a result of environmental noise, nuisance noise, will the council consider working with that plot holder instead of implementing a blanket ban or cockerels in all allotments in Blythe? And maybe to relocate that person to try and come to some solution. I have done a door knock from around Beatrice Avenue, spoke to 20 residents around there. Not one of them's got a complaint in that area about cockerels.
Thank you very much. We'll try to get a solution for that problem so not everybody's affected.
If we can just bring it in, because we have had a question that's been submitted in advance of the council meeting on the Cockerell City Commission, and it runs alongside a review that we're actually doing. I know Anna unfortunately can't be here tonight, but I have given Elaine most up-to-date information. So
yeah,
that's brilliant.
I'll read out the question as it was submitted. It is with regards to the Wensleydale allotments adjacent to residents. Will the council put restrictions in place for a complete ban regarding cockerels in allotments due to noise disturbance? An example would be Durham County Council ban on cockerels. We could have the same and do a phase out, given time to remove the animals. That was the question that was submitted. Officers have been doing some research into this, and we have previously sought guidance from the National Allotment Society, who advised that legislation doesn't actually permit for cockerels on allotments. It refers to hens, which is the female of the species. However, as we have allowed cockerels on our sites in custom and in practice for many years, and this is held over from the Blythe Valley days, that we are in a position where it would be unfair to just dismiss cockerels from the sites. So the legal advisor from the National Society did suggest that if we were I'm just getting up this paper here on this. While cockerels remain on the site, tenants will have to manage their sound levels with measures such as isolate them overnight and using sound dampening materials, or face the risk of facing a notice to quit if they do not choose to give up their rooster. And the legal advisor did say he would be mindful that no tenants are using methods that may be seen as cruel, such as collars or the smaller ceilings for their housing. So Blythe Town Council officers are doing a full review of all of the sites that have cockerels, identifying which sites have cockerels, how many cockerels, how they are housed, and that there's no inhumane methods being used, so the cockerels' welfare is okay. So we can record that. We're also going to plot out on maps where on plots cockerels are, so we can see where they are in relation to houses. We've also submitted a Freedom of Information request to Northumberland County Council to better understand any complaints they have received relating to cockerels in Blythe on our sites. There have been 3 complaints in total in the last 2 years. Only 1 complaint went to an investigation where they did not find there was a statutory nuisance caused by the cockerels. The other 2 were resolved informally. So, as officers, we do not believe that a ban on cockerels is necessary. However, we will continue conducting research and ask that this be deferred to the Environment Committee.
Thank you.
Got any other questions?
You're on about banning the cockerels. The circle of life with a chicken.
No, it's we're trying for the healthiest out so they don't get banned.
They don't want to get them banned, but all of other around the country wants to realise how many breeds of chickens there is. And I've given Hannah, the development officer, 4 magazines from the Rare Breed Survival Trust that's got approximately 50 odd breeds of chickens, ducks, geese and turkeys on the red zone list. Now, if every council around the country starts banning cockerels, they're going to lose loads and loads of breeds. I've been keeping poultry for 55 years, and I'm a member of the Rare Poultry Society, the Rare Breed Survival Trust, and several other groups. And I have fetched chickens in and fetched them up to standard because the whole lot that we're losing, you don't get hybrids, and you'll not see eggs in the shop, and you'll not see chickens in the fridge, because if you come back to the 1970s, a chicken was a delicacy. It's just been mass produced and produced for the purebreds. If you can't have a cockerel to reproduce, and I've got noise levels, and I can tell loads of people how to keep them quiet. I can't supervise them 24/7. I'm getting everybody to register in Blythe Development Association, the 3 sites, to put it down on the license from APHA, the Animal Plant and Health Authority. Ask everybody that kept a chicken, even if it was one, that phone up, put it online or whatever to get your license to keep your chickens.
Yeah, I can do. I mean, also in answering Angela's question as well, that it is our intention to work with the plot holders on this. We appreciate the knowledge you have on rare breeds, cockerels. We appreciate that knowledge, and you know your animals best. And we will be working with you. It's not our intention to we're building a picture to show that there is no need for a ban. And we obviously do have to take into account the local residents and how it impacts them, but we are looking at ensuring that noise mitigation measures that are in the benefit of the cockerel's welfare are in place where possible, so that we can get a better picture of the situation and know we're doing everything possible to ensure that there is no statutory noise concerns. And certainly the picture that is gone to the county council, any complaint we receive, we do refer them to the correct procedures of submitting a complaint regarding statutory nuisance to the county council. And the picture we're receiving from the county council is that there is no statutory nuisance at all. So we will work with you on this, yes.
Any other questions? No, right, thank you very much.
10 years, I haven't got one.
We shall move on then. Could I have apologies for absence, please?
Councillor Campbell, first.
Has any councillor got any disclosures of interest or grants of dispensation regarding this meeting? With that one, and I have an announcement to make just on what I've been doing since I've been elected as mayor. Mayor, I went to Kingston Park for the 101 Battalion event. It was nice to see a lot of other mayors throughout the place. It was a fantastic event. The music was really good. It was nice to see Kat there as well, and thoroughly good. I also went to unveil the plaque at the bowling club at the Civic Centre for them being open for 100 years. That was a well-attended event, absolutely fantastic, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I have got a presentation to make to our former mayor. And I would like to hear it. You're going to step up and say a few words if you like, David, or I can fetch it round for you, because I'm a tight round here.
Yeah, actually, I've had a very good year. No complaints. I hope I've done the job properly for everybody, and thank you very much.
It's not important, but.
Four or five, or we keep it. Yep, so we'll go to agenda number 4, and that's to agree the minutes of the annual meeting that was held on the 14th of May.
Agree the minutes.
Great. And
Right.
move on to agenda number 5, and this is for the Environment Committee, 21st of May, Community Sub-Funding Committee, 9th of June, Community Development Committee, 30th of June, and the government's on the 9th of July to agree the minutes.
Agree the minutes.
You just got still minutes like I'm saying. Yeah. What do you want to say? That's what it does. We shall move on agenda number 6. This is for options of appraisal for the environmental services. The council is recommended to agree that officers undertake options of the appraisal of the environmental services currently developed under the memorandum of understanding within Northumberland County Council in accordance set out to the scope in Appendix 1, and to receive a further report setting out the findings of the options appraisals, including officers' assessments of the advantages, disadvantages, costs, risks, and implication of each option to enable the council to determine the future delivery model of these services. Happy, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, it was just basically, we want to take the options because we are all unsatisfied with how the grass will be and the overall presentation of our town looks at the moment. So we just, I put 6 options on the table. There could be more options if we look at it and we discuss it and we find that some things will work, some things won't. So just presented these 6 options for a start off, just to get the discussion going. Want to run down what the options are?
It was just when you present your motion and then see
Right,
the
so
sort of thing, you know.
So we've got 6 options. Option 1 would be to maintain the existing service level agreement with Northumberland County Council without any change. I don't think that is an option for where we are right now, but option 2, renegotiate the existing service level agreement will improve the value of the money. Service standards, performance measures, or reporting arrangements. Option 3 would be to bring some service in-house to the town council, where this may be practical and cost effective. Option 4, where we procure services through external contractors following the council's procurement procedures. Option 5, to develop a partnership arrangement with neighbouring town or parish councils where shared services, service delivery may offer efficiencies across. And option 6 would be to adopt a mixed delivery model, retaining some services under the SLA while delivering others through an alternative arrangement.
Yes, I'll second that.
Yes. It's, anybody got any questions about
That will be in the debate, questions, Chair.
that? Debate.
Debate, right. Is it okay if I just read through my list of things I wrote down?
Thank you.
So, Chair, first of all, thank you to Councillor Rose for bringing these options forward. I've been determined for this debate for quite a while now, to be honest, after seeing all the issues we've had in all our wards individually, including my own, and I took it upon myself to conduct an investigation in neighbouring environmental services and what they do. And lo and behold, a few months later, they all seem to be in the same position we are, seeing Welling, Cramlin, and even more with a bit of an issue. So in my view, this is probably the biggest issue faced by Town Council because of the environmental services affect every single resident in Blyth. And we need to decide whether the current model is still the best one for Blyth. So straight up, I think personally that options 3, 4, and 6 are the ones that deserve serious consideration. So personally, Blyth is too big and our needs aren't fully being met. And the reason is because we are not being properly managed under the current arrangement that we're in. So communication is poor. We don't know the timetables, and from what I can see, it appears they're not always being kept to, so they're being pulled away to other areas. However, most importantly, we've all been here before. We've had these same discussions with previous members elected and NCC officers who've sat here. And personally, Chair, I haven't seen any visible changes in the last few years to the arrangements, the alterations that we agreed. And if anything, now we're in a worse position. So my residents didn't elect me personally to just pass the buck. They asked me to stand up and do something. And sometimes I think we do have to take the initiative ourselves. So in my option, personally, out of the 3, so option 3, 4, and 6, I believe that option 4 is the best one of exploring private provision for Blyth Town Council. So we're not criticising NCC. We're simply asking to take back control of our environmental services and go back to the ways that Blyth Valley Council used to be. So I want to improve accountability so we know where they're going to be. I'd love to see timetables and make sure that the timetables are agreed to, and that we individual members can't say, I'm pulling you away to do this area because I want priority for whatever reason. That's wrong.
Great, yeah.
So we need to shape our services I want to shape our services to match the size of Blyth, because obviously the resources they have are used by Cramlin and Seaton Valley, and I would like to bring it back in-house. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well said.
Thank you, Dan.
Kat?
No, I totally agree with everything Daniel's just said there. Option 4 would be the best way forward. I mean, we've been down this road for years now and nothing's ever changed. I mean, we took out the grass cutting anyway. So we could concentrate on the weeds. What's happened? We've still got weeds. We've even got flowers on them now. So, you know, but no, I think option 4, it would be the best way forward and looking at what we can do, make it better. Thank you.
David?
I'd just like to say that I agree with both Daniel and Kath. Because basically, you can look around Blyth at this moment in time, in some places that we didn't get touched yet this year. It's just not acceptable. You can make the same mistake enough times to understand that there's no point in continuing making the same mistake again, which is just staying the book of God. What's the point in just continuing down this line? It's just rubbish.
One.
Hey, look, you know, we've got the 6 options, as Councillor Rose said, we'll have a 7th and an 8th. Because I think there is a bit of flexibility. We've spoken privately about this one. But yeah, if the motion that is there is passed, we will start the discussions and the value of each and the pitfalls of each and the potential costs, and we'll be bringing that back as short as we can. A lot of the discussion will take with the county council, with neighbourhood services. They're going to have different views on, between some of our enhanced service, this is more for the members of the public. We spend about £1/3 on an enhanced service where we're enhancing what the county council already provide. So we're just giving it a better service. There are elements of that which we need permissions to do, and there are elements of that which we don't need permissions of, because we own our play areas, we own our bush shelters, we own our seats and bins and things like that. So we've got a starting point where we can do lots of things without actually asking the county council, and there are lots of things which we've got to get their permissions to do. So if members agree all of this report, we'll be looking at the 6th and starting discussions as soon as we can and bringing back, you know, the good, the bad, the indifferent points on each one, and then allowing you to make further discussions on what we're then really home in on. Because I think it'll not be decided at the next meeting. It'll probably take a few meetings to get to exactly where we want to be on this one.
So you say to us that the county council is getting £250,000 at Smoking Time to provide enhanced services. What services should they be providing without the enhancement?
The current agreement that we've got with the county council, there's a street cleansing element of it. And the street cleansing is literally keeping the streets clean, emptying the bins and so on and so forth. There is the environmental side where they strip play areas for us. We've got 3 operatives doing weed management, spraying, ripping them out in a hard way, to clean our bush shelters. So that's what we're paying for. I haven't got the split in front of us.
Sorry, Mike, I think you've misunderstood the question. What should they be doing without us giving them that enhancement?
I was just about to say that's what they do. Yeah, the only things that they needn't do are the play areas and the bush shelters, because they are our responsibilities. Everything else is the county council's core service. So the county council have got empty bins, they've got to sweep the gullies. They do a limited weed management service.
So we're getting for £250,000, we're getting our play areas and our bus shelters clean.
Plus we are getting more weed management. We're getting the bins emptied a lot more regularly, because certain bins on estates, on main roads, may get emptied once a week, once a fortnight, once a month. We're getting them emptied every, 2 to 3 weeks. But yes, we are enhancing their environmental duties.
To me, that seems like an excessive amount of money for what we're getting.
What we'll be doing is we'll be able to give you all the breakdown so you can make an informed decision in that one.
Thank you.
When we look at the options.
David, if you have a look on your page, last page, it's on there.
Chair, that's all I was going to say. The breakdown's right in front of us.
Right.
It's already been prepared. Thank you.
Well, I listed everyone, did I'm a bit marked on this one here.
It didn't fully. I was reading more than so. Thank you.
And
So, okay.
So, shall we close on that? Is that what you're
yeah,
Yeah.
you proposed it, and you move on to the vote. All those in favour? That's a full house there, isn't it? Well done. Right, then, I shall draw this part of the meeting to a close. The next full council will be on the 15th of October. It's on Everton House. Public question time starts again at 6 p.m. Agenda 8, part 2. We have two members of the public please. Thank you very much. Do you know that really? Yes. Yeah. You've all now been here.
Right. This last question.
Huh?
The last once that.
It's I'm not here late, so.
Stand on a second.
Come on.
Don't leave. No, what's that? No. If you just remain seated, I'm just gonna have a word with the mayor, second. Because we-
It's just have some idea of the concerns really about what's going on.
Yeah.
Just a question, not Chair.
Would you like to ask your question, please?
Yes, well, it is very well concerned as to what is going on with the Crofton Street estate, because as you know, the area's been in decline for quite some time now, and I was quite upset this morning when somebody called over the council workers or with cutters and just chopped down my neighbour's flowers. He planted a lot of flowers, and it's I mean, what is that all about? And just last weekend there was a load of bother. The police were there as usual, and then this time guns were involved. Just what on earth is going on there? Because it's just awful. It well and truly is, and the decline in that estate has been going on for far too long now. It really has. I mean. There's like flats, maisonettes that have been empty there for some considerable time. I just wonder what on earth is happening. With the
Unfortunately, I can't answer any questions because this is a town council and some of these issues are police issues and county council.
the county council, the Northumberland County Council. I mean,
Yeah.
So I suffered a break in a couple of months back. One of the sheds that is. I mean, it wasn't one of the. But it's kind of never ending. I mean, I've been in contact with you, Mr.
Can I just say, I mean, Mark's quite right. I mean, the town.
Mr. Payette, yes, I've been in contact with you a number of times.
Yeah.
What the council have agreed, I mean, all the councils are going through this for a lot of the residents, and everyone has electric bikes, has antisocial behaviour. Across the whole
The antisocial behaviour.
Across the town. And what we've agreed just today, and we're gonna, you can put this date in your diary, but please phone up nearer the time just so we can confirm the date. But we are going to try to get a date at the start of August. And the venue is the Market Pavilion.
Market Pavilion, yes.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite residents, people of the town, to come to that meeting, and present at that meeting will be all of the councillors here. There'll be representatives from the police, the neighbourhood police team downstairs, and we're hoping to get the county council there as well. Just so they can get a real feel of all the concerns that residents have got in the town, and hopefully there's three organisations to work together to do something about it. So that's the aim. The tentative date is the 4th of August, but let's not commit to that. Bring the town council up near the time, we'll confirm it. But that's what we're looking to do. We get the whole Market Pavilion, get people in, sit them in particular areas where you're all together in your own ward, so people can see where the problems are. And then we'll see if we can get any funding to do something about it. So that's what we're going to be doing if that tries to help so far.
Yeah, I've noticed that type of building, Delaval Terrace, the typical 1960s maisonettes and flats. So I've noticed they've been demolished, that kind of housing. So I don't know I suppose you can elaborate on if the same sort of fate is going to happen to the Crofton Street estate.
They are doing the windmill at Cooper.
Windmill Grove, another notorious area.
Dan?
Mr. Mayor, it's just, am I allowed to ask the member of the public a question regarding that question?
Yes,
Yeah. Just, was your question, is it just antisocial behaviour? Was that your question with regarding what the police and council are doing about this? Just so I understand.
It is a major problem still on the Crofton Street estate, and I mean, just last week, and the police were involved in an incident, and somebody, I don't know, it was like drugs related as well. It's just pretty awful. They'll go quiet for a time, and then or something will flare up. It's pretty. It's been in decline. I've known the area for well over 20 years, and just feeling like, well, there's some something that that's 10 years. It's been in decline. So yeah, antisocial behaviour.
Just a query as well. Have you been reporting the incidents to Northumbria Police via all the available channels that they have? Like, so you can ring 111 or 999 or.
It used to affect me when I had bad neighbours, and I literally became a nuisance to the police. And I don't. There's only so much they can do, isn't there? And it's pretty.
thank you very much.
But thank you.
Wednesday. So was your vote. Right, everybody for free in a way.
Yeah, that's what we tend to give us some.
NSF Society.
Right, so this is all we got is. Right, yeah, we'll go for part two then. Have two proposals for a Good Citizens Award, but unfortunately, Councillor Erskine isn't present. It would be quite nice for to have him speak on it, seeing that he's proposed it. So I don't know if the best option would be to defer it for the moment, if everybody.
I'm happy to defer then.
Very good.
I'll just say something about the citizens. I know we've just looked at annual sort of award for it.
Yeah,
I just worry that if we're sort of trickling awards throughout the year, that it's not a good image for the
Yeah.
council. I just think if we're sort of looking at a time scale for nominations, that it should be nearer like an opening time for that annual meeting every year. I mean, great nominations, and what have you. I just think they should be put in one nomination time, like, yeah.
I fully agree with that, because you could be going on and on and on.
Yeah.
And I mean, by the end of the day, the whole applies there, citizens will have an award.
Yeah.
Certainly, I want to say that.
Nobody can have any more than you can.
Yeah. And on what you've said, we did kind of agree that the best time to do this would be at the annual meeting.
Yeah.
You know, the town meeting in the Mark Pavilion. So I mean, even if you did agree on tonight, the actual presentation rather than doing something every couple of months.
Yeah.
David.
I don't personally want to discredit any nominations. But I think that when you've got nominations for people who are giving them the Citizens Award, I think if you can be flippant about it and you can give them that anybody who does a little bit good, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to give exceptional people an award so that they've got standing in the community. Whereas if you just award everybody, it means that people who are really special in the community are not really going to have a worthy application. It's not going to feel like it's worth anything if it's just given out to everyone.
It's like we're good.
Yeah, there's so many people doing a lot.
Right, so is everybody.
I'll just mention something, though, this 4-year-old,
Yeah.
he's going around the community cleaning up and that. what we did one year was with a young lad, he was only about 11, was in the North Farm area. And he was going round every day picking up litter, but it was Isabel that geared him on. So what we did with him, we awarded him just on the off, but to go to this, I think he's only 4-year-old.
Big straw.
Yeah, and I think if we could just look at something to do, like just to see well done, an award.
Give full shots.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, like a little award just to say well done. I think that would go a long way to the lobby.
Go ahead, mate.
Can we have something in the policy that has an age limitation?
Yeah. It's another
Yeah,
thing.
I agree with that.
Anybody else? No, right, I'll draw the meeting there close. Thank you very much.
Bill.